Hey there, Joel here and welcome to my channel Math World. In the previous video in matter in our surroundings, we learned just about what is a matter and how we can describe matter. Okay? In today's video, we are going to learn which are the characteristics of this matter. But before that, let's roll. So let us start with the first characteristic. Now what I'm going to do is I'll not give you the characteristic directly like the old traditional way, but we will see it with an example and then try to understand. So here I have matter. Okay, now what are the things or what kind of matter that you can see? First of all, the beaker itself is a matter. Second, the water inside the beaker is matter. Okay, and both these matter are made up of particles. Okay, I hope this part is clear. So now what I'm going to do is I'll take a bit of sugar, which is again another matter, and I'm going to put it in this. Okay, and let us stir a little bit. I know this is very simple and something that you have done it a number of times, but these things go unnoticed. Okay, so now what I've done is I have tried to put one matter in this liquid, that's water, right? But if you look closely, okay, I don't know whether you can see, but you realize that this sugar that was added is not to be seen anymore, which means, in other words, that sugar has completely entirely dissolved in this water. Okay, so where is it going? Water was colorless, water is still colorless, and you can see through it, but sugar has disappeared. Okay, so basically it tries to tell us that this water has some space, okay, between those particles that yesterday we were discussing, that matter is made up of particles, and in those gaps these sugar particles are getting settled. So in other words, if I would tell you that this is one water particle, this is another one, okay, and sugar particle will go and settle inside this. Okay, so that is the first characteristic. It is particles of matter have spaces between them. So simple example, that I took one matter, I put it in the other. You could see when I was initially dropping it down, but later on it suddenly disappeared. Where it went? It went inside those spaces and occupied those spaces. So first characteristic, particles of matter have spaces between. So let us learn the second characteristic. In this case, again, I will take a conical flask with water, and I have a tiny little piece of potassium permanganate. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll just drop it in this water and observe what exactly happens. If you look carefully, what is happening is the piece of the crystal is over here, but without even me moving or stirring that liquid, the color is slowly moving to the entire liquid. And if I just leave it like this for a while, you will realize that the entire water has turned purple in color. Okay, for that matter, you can put ink or you can try anything. But it tells us now, what is it telling us? What can we infer from this simple experiment that I'm performing? It tells us that the particles of water are continuously moving. Because they are moving, it is, the crystals of potassium permanganate is also moving with that, and that is the reason the color is getting moved or mixed in the entire liquid. These 2 points, 2 characteristics are very clear. Now, does it mean that you have to perform all these experiments with water? No, it can be anything actually. I could have put one coil or mosquito repellent over here, and then if you see that the entire smoke starts moving. Now, how is it moving? Where it's moving? It's moving in the air. So it is also trying to tell us that particles of air are continuously moving over here. That's the reason that flame, that smoke that comes out from that incense or mosquito coil is moving in that entire space. Okay, so 2 characteristics what we have learned. First one is particles of matter have spaces between them. Second, particles of matter are continuously moving. In the third example, or in the third characteristic, we try to learn that particles of matter attract each other. Okay, now how do I understand this? Here I have a cardboard, and there is, I can take maybe a spoon. Okay, now if I take this cardboard and put a little bit of pressure on this, what happens is this cardboard gets bent, right? Is it breaking? No. If I take this spoon and try to put pressure on the spoon, what is happening is now the spoon is not bending, nor it is breaking. But if I would take a piece of chalk and try to do the same thing, automatically it breaks, right? So what is it telling? It tells us that the particles of matter are attracting each other. In some matter there is strong attraction, in the other it might not be not that strong. Okay, so 3 characteristics is what we have learned today. Please write them down on your book, because as you watch the video you will feel that I know this is so simple, but write them on your book so that you can learn, you have something to study. All right, and I hope you have understood entire thing from this video. If you did, then please don't forget to hit the like button, share the video with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and till then, enjoy studying matter in our surrounding.